One question, 1,000 answers. Welcome to Reddit Confessions. Today, someone asked on Reddit, for those who've had sex with someone who spoke little to none of your language, what was the experience like? From funny to shocking, here's what people had to say. One user shared his experience. I hooked up with this French girl years ago, and while I was doing her from behind, she said something in French, which I didn't understand. I said, in English? Swing, so she repeated it in English, but she had a frog in her throat kinda, plus the heavy accent. So what I heard was, fuck me like I'm yours, but it sounded exactly like SpongeBob was saying it. It was both the hottest and most hilarious thing anyone has ever said to me. I tried so fucking hard to keep from laughing. Second user experience, I was a seafarer and I did not go to a prostitute, but a colleague did in China. He was doing the girl in missionary and she was quiet. Suddenly, she picks up her phone and starts typing. The guy was thrusting while questioning what she was doing. She turns the phone and shows him the screen on Google Translate, saying, "Come on, baby." Funny, right? This one exciting. Ah, yes, once. Let me paint the picture. I was 20 at the time, working as a bartender at a fun little place downtown. My roommate at the time was also a bartender there, and that night we were working a shift together. It's a somewhat busy night, and around midnight, this very pretty girl sits at my bar alone. I go to take her drink order. She smiles and says, "Cerveza, beer." I get her a beer and get back to tending the bar. For the rest of the night, she's getting hit on, and throughout all of it, she's just making eye contact with me and smiling. End of the night comes, and I go to give her the bill. She smiles and hands me a folded napkin, then pays and leaves. I figure it's a phone number. Turns out it's a hotel and a room number. I finish closing the bar with my roommate and get into his car to go back home. As we're driving, I tell him the story and laugh. He slams on the brakes and asks, "Which hotel?" Then promptly does a U-turn and brings me to the hotel. I say no, that's stupid. He says I can take a cab home because he won't be driving me back home. He then opens the glove box and pulls out a rubber, tells me to get out of his car. So I did. Went into the hotel, went up to the room, knocked on the door. Mind you, it's like 4:30 a.m. at his point, and this cute girl from the bar opens the door wearing nothing. I'm in shock. I go in, shower, and climb into bed naked. She doesn't speak a word of English, only Spanish. We have a very fun night with very little communication. She spoke to me in Spanish, and I understood nothing. Then I left and never saw her again. Her name was Perla. Whose experience is your favorite? Let me know in the comments. And if you love real stories from real people, don't forget to like and subscribe.